Good afternoon. I'm going to help you learn how to create a portfolio in LiveText, and I have signed into this account. This is Stanley's student's account, as you see here, and I am on the dashboard, and I want to create my program portfolio. We're going to say that Stanley is in the Social Studies MAT program, and so what he's going to do once it's signed in is to click on the Documents tab, as you see here, and that's going to take you to a screen that looks like this, and you find the button that says New, and there's a plus sign here, and you click on the New button. Once you click on that button, it takes you to create a document, and then you will choose a folder from the list here. Once you click on the little arrow, you scroll down until you find the MSIT folders and select MSIT Language Literacy and Social Studies for this particular program. Then within that folder, you'll choose a template. The template we're going to choose is the MAT Team Social Studies Portfolio Revised Fall 2011. And once you click on that, you'll see a menu over here on the right. It's actually an outline of the items that are contained in your portfolio. The next thing we want to do is to give the portfolio a title. So I'm going to put Stanley's name in here and call this MAT Social Studies Portfolio. And I'm going to add the word practice because that's always my signal to make it a practice portfolio. In the description box, you really don't have to put anything in there. In fact, the only thing you really need to do at this point is save as new document. However, if you would like to choose a style set, you can do that at this point. If you know the style set that you want by title, you can click on the button here and choose from the chromatics, round corner olive, those different kinds. There's quite a number of different kinds. Or if you don't know what they look like, you can click on the Preview Styles button, and that will take you to a preview of the different styles where you can look at them. You see there's different colors. Some of these have the table of contents on the left, some have it on the right. You can click on the Next button to scroll through those. There's some pretty pinks and yellows and greens, and Next, and then there's another, and I like to choose the one that says Georgia State University, but there's many styles that you can choose from. But once you select that, then you click on Insert Selected Style Set, and that takes you back to the menu. So at this point, we're ready to create the document. So now I will click on Save as New Document, and that will automatically create a document that I will find later in my Documents tab up here. So now I've created the portfolio template, and just want to give you a few insights on how to add materials to your portfolio. The table of contents is, in this particular style, is listed on the right. You'll always have a table of contents, and listed under that will be your pages. You see there are 6 pages in this particular document, and we're going to click on the second page, Professional Resume. Once you click on a page, it takes you to that page, and you'll see edit buttons here on the right. So we have 6 pages over here, and this particular page has 4 sections. Each section has an edit button, and you'll see that on this particular one, the faculty have added some helpful documents for you. There's your sample cover letter, sample resume booklet. There's also some web resources here. But let's say we're going to work on the resume, and we're going to click on the edit button. And once we do that, you'll see a formatting bar across the top that's not unlike a Word document or some other kind of word processing document. You'll see that you can change the style of the font, you can change the type of the font. There are different buttons along here: bold, italicize, underline, strike through, etc. There's also places here where you can insert hyperlinks, and you can either replace this text with your own text. This is my text. or you can paste text from a Word document. If you're going to paste from a Word document, you should use the icon here that says Paste from Word. And then another option is for you to scroll down and actually put a file attachment in this section. You see there's an edit button here. If you click on the edit button, it takes you to a place where you can either upload a new file, or if there are files that are already in your LiveText account that you've used before, you can just choose one of those. So let's say we wanted to put reading endorsement, GOML, final. I don't know why you'd put that in the social studies, but you might. And then you would just come across to the right and click add. Then you'll see up here it is now listed there as an attachment. But if you want to upload a new file, click on the upload new file button, click on the browse button, and then it works very much the same way that it would for a file attachment for an email. You just locate the file that you want to look for. We'll just say this Burns list for Arial. I'm going to double click on that. You'll see this blue progress bar. You see that working, and you just want to wait until that turns a dark blue, and then you'll see it. There's your file. Once you see the title of the file listed there, you know that it's attached to that section. If you decide you want to take it off later, you can just click on the remove button here. In fact, I'm going to remove this one and have just the Word file. Then if you click on Save Changes, it takes you back to where you were working. If you click on Save and Finish, it actually goes back to the beginning where you saw the table of contents. But I wanted to show you how you can also insert an image. You can do up to 10 file attachments and up to one image, and you can attach an image as a file, but if you want to actually see the picture in your text, you can insert an image in much the same way. You can click on Edit, you can select an image that's already there, or you can upload a new file. In this case, I'm going to go to my desktop and I'm going to choose an image that's already there. I thought I had an image there. Well, maybe not. Let me go to my computer and on my documents, my pictures, and I'm going to, I'll just put my signature in there. Double click on it, wait for it to load again, and once I see the image, then there you see over here the image will be over here. It could be a picture of a person or whatever. If you're working on your professional portfolio, you might want to put a photograph of yourself there. But then you see you have some options. You can display the size. You can select whether it's a thumbnail or the original size. Let's make it pretty small. And you can select the option of where to put it on the page. Do not display. To the left of text, to the right of text, above text, below text. I'm going to choose below text, and then when you're finished, save and finish. So it's going to take us back to the portfolio, and you see now you have, this is my text, you have that image that I pasted there, and then you have the attachment. So that's all for this particular tutorial. If you need additional help, please contact me, Mary Ariel, at mariarial@gsu.edu. That's MARIAIL@gsu.edu. Thank you.